What's going on, guys? Matt Manduke here, and this time you're watching the Bonne Terre, Missouri, and this is the hotel I'm staying in there. And I actually flew and am recording it the same day, which is Christmas Eve. And even though the last video you watched was also Christmas Eve, but here you will actually see that blue truck there is my trainer's truck, and that's the truck that I am learning how to drive actually on the road. Which is not something that I had done before this. It is his job to teach me how to drive, and I'm not doing too bad out there. Um, it works out for the both of us, and I don't mind. There's a Dollar General, and I'm actually, well, I have no choice but to go to that Dollar General because the Save-A-Lot's not open today. And actually by the time I got done flying, the Save-A-Lot wasn't open, but that Dollar General owes me money. And I'm here every Saturday night and Sunday because that's when my trainer gets his day off. So I just wanted to fly so I could give you guys an idea of, what's around and what's right there. And you can see there's a Circle K there, but I don't have much use for that except for I did actually go in there the other day and I got a burrito, and I think that's why I have chronic diarrhea for Christmas Eve. Yay! Splatter the bowl. Some people deck the halls, I splatter the bowl. But I did get some Imodium AD, I'm feeling a little better now. You can see there's a used auto lot there, and then that looks like a completely fake it mini mall. I might have to check that out tomorrow. Does that say? Bonneville Pizza. And then you can see there's a storage facility there, but I'll actually focus on that more. And then I'm flying back. And at this point, I'm actually standing on the corner there, and there's another guy talking to me, so I'm a little bit distracted in the way that I'm driving, because he's like asking me about, a lot about the drone and about, different things. We're actually talking, and I'm still trying to get this video. And I didn't mind talking to the guy. I like the guy, but if I'm not flying a whole lot, it's probably because he's looking for where it is right now, and I'm trying to point to where it is based on what I can see, and it's just kind of odd. But I know later in the video when I get ready to land, I actually focus in on the truck a little bit because that's the truck that I'm driving. And yes, I did park it like that, and no, it's not straight, but that's okay because I would have straightened it out, but I didn't have the space to just pull in and have it straight. And even if I would have pulled up to be directly behind that bobtail, I still wouldn't have been straight. But that truck is bigger than the trucks at the school, and that truck is a lot newer than the trucks at the school. It's a 2017. But while I'm learning on that truck, that may not be the only truck that I drive in training, because my trainer is a million-mile safe driver. And when you get 1,000,000 miles, they give you a new truck of your choice. And he went for a Kenworth, so hopefully before I get out of his truck, I will have some experience in driving a Kenworth, because the truck that I'm driving now is a Freightliner, and that's what I drove in the school. But the Freightliner automatic is actually not that bad, and it's something to really get used to. But it's a little bit faster than other large trucking companies, because when you set the cruise control, you can get it up to 68, and without the cruise control, it'll only do 65, which is, it's throttled at 68 because it's for their insurance. But if I disengage the cruise control and allow it to coast down a hill, because the automatic does actually coast, and that was something I was worried about, I've gotten it up to 78 earlier today, because there are some mountains in Missouri, and I think I was in Arkansas then anyway. But yeah, so then there's a Hardee's on the other side of the highway there, and I realized that I could not go over the Hardee's sign. And I think I stop at some point to show the guy that I'm over the Hardee's. I think that was right there. I was like, look, I'm over the Hardee's. He's like, wow, that's great, because he's got a drone of his own. And like I told him, I'm telling you guys, after I get the money and that my next giveaway, which I'm getting very close to giving away the Emerald Ring, which that's at 1,000 subscribers, and that's based on interaction. My next giveaway is going to be at 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to give away my Spark, which is what I'm flying right now, and that is the quality of video that you're getting right now. So now I'm going a little further out, and I actually walked out that way, but I think that's about as far as it wants me to go. It starts giving me some problems. But I actually walked out that way because there's an e-cig shop on the other side of town. I walked over there yesterday, Sunday, for me, which would have been the 22nd of December. And I walked over there and hit the e-cig shop. But yes, yesterday for me, not for you. So then I start coming back, and you can tell I'm kind of a far distance from where I was, or where I started at. Actually, I think I went off in a different direction, Country Mart. That might be fairly interesting. But I couldn't really see that on the little screen. I'm just now seeing that on the laptop screen, because the laptop screen actually does justice to the drone, because its screen is actually 1080. So now I'm actually able to see some of the things that I couldn't see in the 720 transmission on my phone. I can see some school buses parked there, and I'm sure you guys could see that too. But yeah, so that's what you're going to see in Missouri if you're in Bonne Terre. I have been spending, our distribution center is just outside of St. Louis, and it's cool to see St. Louis. However, the whole area is not quite as developed as what I'm used to, or what many of you are used to, because many of you are actually home in New Jersey. But now I'm coming back over toward the hotel, and I'm like I said, I'm still talking to that guy. I actually talked to that guy for about an hour after I landed the drone, and I didn't mind that because he was interested in the drone, and we were talking about all sorts of things, and hopefully he will be watching my YouTube. But yeah, so I checked that out, and apparently on the other side of that pond that is right there, which is clearly man-made, and it's probably something that was dug up in order to make the interstate higher. Well, although it's not an interstate there, actually it's US 67. But if they needed to raise the ground on US 67, they would dig up ground to do so. Or it's possible, because that storage facility is on top of a hill, it's possible they dug it up for that, to make that a hill. But then I realized as I was flying out this way that I managed to get about as far away as I ever had with the drone, which was like 3,000 feet, and usually I only get about 1,500 before I have a problem. So the trees here must be, less blocking, and the ground is less blocking, so that's actually fairly interesting to me. And as I'm flying through here, you can kind of see, what kind of houses they got. They got a lot of little houses, but they have fairly mild winters here and fairly mild summers here, so it's, believable that they could have, moderate houses. And, the bigger your house is, the bigger your bills are, but I don't think the bills here are nearly as high as what I'm used to, even in the big city. And you can see the water tower in the distance there, but I don't get all the way over there. Bless me. Yeah, so I get about as far as I possibly can there, and I'm talking to the guy the whole time, and while that, I'm realizing that I'm like 3,100 feet away, or close to it, and then it starts to give me the, sorry, but you're getting out of range. But then I pan around a little bit, you can see some farmland. There's a lot of farmland out here. I drive through a lot of farmland, but it is actually really cool on the road. Can't wait till I get my own truck, and then I'm going to get some dash cams, and you guys are going to see some of that stuff. I'll just do highlights with that, but I don't think it's going to be quite like this in the way that I narrate and do that. But if I have to take a break somewhere, maybe you guys will see some of the cooler stuff, because I know I have to take breaks, and I am supposed to eat on those breaks, but I don't necessarily need to eat on those breaks. But as I'm flying back, you can kind of see how the city is developed, and the city is entirely developed around US 67. And I could tell stories about all the things that I've already seen. It is actually very entertaining to drive and to see all this stuff, and to see things that you normally wouldn't be seeing in your everyday life. And this video is actually longer than the 10 minutes my phone allows me to film, so hold on a sec. Alright, and yeah, it's like I flew for like 12 minutes, which is also great because there wasn't a lot of wind, and I was able to actually get good time. I got a 12.5 minute video, and I probably could have pushed it out a little bit longer, but I think I'm starting to get a low battery warning somewhere around here. But this is the end where I actually get close to where the truck is, and I fly around the truck a little bit, but because the drone was not in my line of sight, I couldn't do the detailed work that I really wanted to. So I was just kind of trying to get a video for you guys where you guys could really see that that is a 53-foot trailer, and that is a 2017 Freightliner. And it's a little bigger inside than you would actually expect it to be, and apparently when I get my own truck, it's going to be a double sleeper, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with a double sleeper. I got some ideas, and I will be giving you guys a tour. When I do get my own truck, you're going to get a tour of, I'm going to do a drone flight and kind of do it like the way I did my last van video. I'm going to do a tour that way, and then after I get some modifications in there, because I am going to modify it just a little bit, you know, just stuff that I'm allowed to do while it's, you know, in my possession, because it'll never really be my truck, but it will be my truck. Yeah, then I had to look to the side to make sure I wasn't going to hit that trailer, even though I did realize that I was still flying above the truck. So I was probably about 14 feet in the air, and, you know, the trucks are 13 and a half, but... So then I like come down a little bit, I think I do. Like I said, sorry about that park job, but I didn't have the space to straighten it out, and he didn't want to sit and straighten it anyway. He wasn't worried about it, so. But, yep, that's the truck. That's my trainer's truck, and like I said, hopefully he'll be getting another truck while I'm with him, which would be awesome, because I would like to drive a Kenworth, because if it's possible, I'm going to try to get myself in a Kenworth, but I don't really know that I want to get myself in a Kenworth if I, you know, don't have any experience with one, because how do I really know that it's not, that it's any better than the Freightliner? I mean, I have that understanding that it probably is, but I don't know that for certain, and without knowing that for certain, I wouldn't know. And see right up into the room, you can kind of get an idea what you're looking at. And there's a guy, he is cool, but I forgot his name. And so anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this and you want to see my other drone flights, you can go ahead and check out this video there. Or if you want to see what I'm like when I'm angry, you can check out that video there. As always, guys, I want you to like the video, subscribe, and I really want to thank you for watching. I wouldn't do this without you. I'll see all my friends later. And even though it's not Christmas for you, it is Christmas for me, so Merry Christmas.